Good day, everyone. We are the Group 4 Property Survey, discussing and presenting the navigating isolated surveys with its techniques, outputs, and quality assurance. Without further ado, uh, our first presenter, Christian Yagao, let's start.
Hello everyone. Today we'll be exploring isolated surveys, a crucial aspect of geodetic and engineering work. What are isolated surveys? These are specialized surveying operations conducted in locations that are not connected to existing geodetic control networks. They are essential in remote, undeveloped, or newly planned areas where no prior survey data exists. Why are isolated surveys important? Let's break it down into two key areas. Number one is geodetic importance. This survey establish control points for accurate mapping and geographic data collection. They also help define international and they help define international and regional boundaries in remote locations. They also provide vital geospatial data for environmental monitoring and land use planning. Number two is engineering importance. Isolated survey ensures precise site planning for infrastructure projects like bridges, roads, and buildings. They also support the design and construction of projects in areas without existing survey data. They also play a key role in resource exploration projects such as mining and oil drilling in uncharted regions. The purpose of this presentation is to give you a deeper understanding of isolated surveys, their methodologies, and their significance. We'll also discuss different types of isolated surveys, their application, and the challenges involved, and the latest technological advancement in the field. Next slide, please. So, there are types of isolated survey. There are three main types. First is geodetic isolated surveys. The definition of geodetic isolated surveys is focused on the precise determination of geographic positions in remote location using advanced geodetic techniques. The methods and techniques. Globe number one is Global Navigation Satellite System. It uses GPS, GLONASS, or Galileo for high precision positioning. Number two is remote sensing and aerial surveying. It utilizes satellites or drones to capture geospatial data. Number three is triangulation and trilateration. Traditional geodetic methods used for accurate measurements. Applications is establishing geodetic control points in remote or newly developed areas, mapping uncharted territories for geographic and environmental studies, defining international boundaries where no previous markers exist. Number two is in engineering isolated surveys. The definition is uh, focus on site-specific measurements required for construction, infrastructure development, and industrial projects. The method and techniques is number one, topographic surveys, analyze land elevation and controls for project planning. Number two is construction layout surveys. It ensures precise positioning of buildings, road, and other infrastructure. Number three is hydrographic surveys. It conducts underwater assessment for bridges, foundations, and coastal structures. The applications is surveying for road and highway construction in areas with no prior engineering data, identifying suitable location for wind farms and solar power projects in remote regions. It also ensures proper alignment and placement of oil, gas, or water pipelines. Number three is cadastral and land surveys. So the definition of cadastral isolated surveys, it determine and establish property boundaries in area with no previous land survey records. These surveys are crucial for land ownership, legal disputes, and land use planning. So methods and techniques. Number one is boundary surveys. So identify proper limits for land owners and government agencies. Number two is subdivision surveys. It divides large land parcels into smaller plots. Number three is title and mortgage surveys. It verifies land ownership and ensure compliance with legal records. Applications is providing legal evidence in land registration and ownership disputes. It also supports zoning and urban planning for new residential and commercial development. It also assists in agricultural and rural land management by defining farming areas and protected zone. That's all. Thank you.
Moving forward, methodologies and challenges in isolated surveys. So they are three common survey methods, which is the ground-based, the remote sensing, and the hybrid approach, which uh, which surveyors use ground-based tools like GNSS and total stations for precisions, and uh, while drones and satellites help cover large areas. A hybrid approach or combining methods ensures better results, and especially in tough environments. And there are three challenges in isolated surveys, which the difficult terrain and logistics, which are the remote access, the environmental factors, the weather and vegetations, and the unstable ground, and limitations, which uh, like working in remote areas presents many challenges like rough terrain, extreme weather, or technical limitations, and of course, accessing power stable like communications, and also reference points can also be difficult. And um, last is the solutions and best practices, which to verify accuracy, we'll be using the redundant measurements, the automations on detection. So since we are on the modern era, we're using software or AI software, and the old backup plan or the backup method. So to overcome these challenges uh, in our now, we use multiple measurements or automate error checks, and also always have backup plans for data collection. So in conclusion, in isolated surveys require a combinations of methods to ensure accurate results. So despite challenges, proper planning and technology and adaptation can lead to successful outcomes. Next presenter, please.